Hey, what's up? It's time for more ZENSHU. This is episode 5. Last episode was pretty crazy, because last episode we were going into the whole... What's her name? Anemone? What's her name? It's something... Memoon. We're going into Memoon's, like, trader stuff, because she was a trader, and so we were, like, diving into why exactly that was happening. It turns out it's because she's an elf and they live forever, and she didn't like all the pain that she was suffering from living forever, so instead she was like, I'm just gonna take the whole world down with me so that, like, I don't have to keep suffering like this. And then we had a big idol scene, like IDOL, idol, and she fell in love with a fictional pretty boy, and now she wants to stay alive because, like, at least she's gonna always have this fictional pretty boy with her. So so now, I mean, that last episode was fucking crazy. It was very strange, but honestly, like, pretty clever solution to the problem. So yeah, I don't know what to expect now. I don't think I'm gonna predict what to expect. This seems like the sort of show that it's like, it fits a formula, it fits a format, and at the same time, I'm not gonna be able to predict how exactly they're gonna fall into that format. So let's just watch the episode. Make sure to support the video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and you can go to my Patreon account for full-length early access and exclusive videos. This is ZENSHU, episode 5. Here we go. Oh, we're jumping back.
Miss Hirose, do you mean the deadline? We passed it quite a while ago.
Shit.
When was it? When was your first love?
Oh, we already talked about that?
Again. How'd you meet?
We sat next to each other in concert band.
She's trying to research for
Not
it.
enough.
That's not enough. Your story needs to be good.
See it for myself.
Oh.
No, not like this.
Oh my god.
You know I can't draw.
Thing. She'll sit you down, force you to draw the moment you first fell
What?
in love, and then send you
Your
away.
drawing's
Not before
fine.
she's satisfied
Like
with
some of the
what
ones
drew.
that she was actually drawing on that
Sadly,
paper.
the rumors are true. People are worried that it might be
Oh,
another
wait,
tale
hang
of
on.
perishing.
That might have been
Dude,
Hirose
we have
there.
to search for weeks to-
You know I trust your process, but I've got people yakking my ears off about the storyboards, and
Yeah.
I gotta give them things off. You feel me?
Yeah, I
What do
mean, you
say
need to
we
make
pass the buck on
progress.
this one?
It's always faster to do it that way.
Can't
Well,
argue
it's not
with that.
faster right now.
Don't
You're not
forget
doing
I got
anything.
Clam bentos for everyone, so eat them.
Damn, man. I could see Roselia from Bang Dream doing a cover of this song in the future. Or Razor Sulim. Or Ave Mujika.
For love, justice.
Whoa! So we're just cutting to the climax of one of the things where she's doing a magical girl. Awesome. Oh, we're doing like a montage by the looks of it. One of them is a baseball one. Heroes don't have to do anything. It's just all Natsuko.
We owe the 9 soldiers everything and more.
Me. You owe me, good sir. 2 seconds is all I needed to make any void conceive.
Oh no, she's getting a big head now. Well, eventually,
Seriously?
she's not gonna know what's coming, right?
Soldiers! Kill me.
This is the first time you've been
Proud
justified,
Sentai
dude.
fan, character, and choreography.
Oh yeah? Is there a 4th C for cockiness? 'Cause
Oh,
you're
I thought she was gonna
nailing it.
use another
Well,
C.
I figured I did. Deep in a... Man, when did I become so peaked?
Wait, it's not even listening to me.
That's so good. When did I become so peak?
I don't get it. You can't drink this way.
Oh, you idiot.
The most vocal advocate of Luke developing his romantic interests?
Not with hairy purple trolls from
not,
another
not,
world.
not with someone he doesn't like.
Well, staunchly the no-nonsense sort.
No, she's changing him and I don't like it. Hello to you, dear members of the 9 soldiers. Thank you all so much for coming.
I forgot about you.
Oh,
Sorry that I'm back
Jack
here.
is
I'm
all
just
hell,
grabbing a
I
pen.
see.
I love the new me. She stays.
My god, you're so jacked.
Aw, thanks, bestie. But I'm hoping that they'll warm up to you once they realize the 9 soldiers have come to their rescue.
We won't let
Yeah.
you down.
Small groups would make a large task lighter.
Memoon's in
Children
a
the
lot better
District of
mood.
Despair are special. No way! I'd rather jump down a void's gullet than go there.
Well, good
Would the
news
two
for
of
you.
like to go then? You're
Cool.
both on. Despair sounds great. Let's go.
Well, look at you being all socially conscious and stuff.
What?
Surprisingly mature.
I don't
He's-
see what's surprising. I'm an adult.
He's mature when you're not around, I think, Natsuko.
Adults don't get embarrassed.
It's poop.
I-
Somebody pooped in the road.
I don't need to see that, thank you.
Speaking of children, shouldn't we by now?
Oh, little goat person?
Let go or I'll bite you real bad. Mr. Hero? Whoa, really? Yeah, it's him.
Oh my gosh, look at all these designs.
Crime's just how they get by here.
Aww.
Quit fighting around and come pass out food. Oh, I know him. That's Jingo's mom.
Jingo's
Just
mine.
leave her be.
Draw Lou.
Are you sure?
Draw Justice.
Oh, good choice.
Show us your
The food at Serval.
Get off. A unicorn's horn isn't a
It
plaything.
seems like they're having the time of their lives, though. You guys are doing a great job.
Unio, come on.
Good stuff, right? Remo grub like that all the time? I'll hook you up.
Happy Nosh. All you gotta do is show up.
Look at this advertisement.
Unless you want to be a pocket-picking little creep forever.
Oh my god.
So, if we want to get from Chingo's Mon to Serval Cat House, first we gotta go down Justice's Road. Then at Gonger.
The sound effects.
Then we just look for the Serval Cat sign. Friends to all of those in need, the 9 soldiers!
At least she's using her ego for good, though.
So,
You know?
once the Serval Cat
Even when
House
she's
shows
being
up,
egotistical.
How do you get it?
Just show up.
And are the adults there bad?
No, they're friendly.
We're open. Now, who wants a full tummy
Great.
tomorrow?
Well done.
And where do we get it? Serval Cat House.
She did it.
How did she?
She's charismatic. Doesn't really suit you.
Man, my dogs are barking. I don't know how many district just. Somebody's jealous.
I'll never understand how the mighty Justice wound up slumming it down here.
Damn.
It can't be.
Soldiers dirtied their feet just for me. I am truly humbled by your charity.
Got a cool voice, Justice.
I see you've added some much-needed beauty to your ranks. Soft as warm silk. A perfect scent.
Oh my god, you got such a smooth voice.
Let's go.
So
My
what do you know
lady,
about Justice?
If ever you need...
That explains it.
Does he get pissed off when it comes to Justice? Needs to let off some steam.
For all the 9 soldiers, but the one he looked up to most was Justice.
Okay, so he was a 9 soldier.
I thought they were just rumors.
What do we want? Where do we get it?
Would you like to play with Chance, my sweet? Or with me?
Oh my god.
Suits me just fine.
Don't know if I've ever seen like a smooth, seductive, like dragon looking motherfucker.
How serendipitous. I hoped I'd see you again, my little one.
Oh my gosh.
I want
Ooh.
to talk about when you lost the 8th soul future.
I like revealing her
My
expression
Luke was
like
in
that.
command and Gonger died while helping to evacuate everyone.
Damn.
You have a most beautiful imagination, my sweet. I like that. Let's put it to good use.
Oh my gosh.
I thought so.
Oh. Oh.
You can't fly.
Yeah. She saw right through you, but she's also studied up.
Come on, it's a delicate instrument that lets me fly the
Wow. Where is she?
What happened wasn't his fault, but he'd never see it that way, nor forgive
Oh,
himself for
he'd
it.
blame himself.
Taking on this one means he hates me. Well then, I can live with that.
That's very honorable. I thought it was way less honorable than that.
Hey, there any hot springs around here?
Hot springs?
Do hot springs
I
exist in
haven't
this
had a
world?
real bath since I
Oh, a spring of hot water.
I guess so.
Sucks. That's nice. Okay, don't move.
What?
Sexier you are as an abject failure.
I
Something you want to say to my friend?
was gonna say, what a
Hot? Get over it.
what a good conversation.
So that's what they're doing.
Care to enlighten me?
I appreciate that she just tells him that.
T-I-N You rock!
I like that she like can take the flirting and
I can't thank you all
yeah, it's
enough
great.
for what you've done.
It's really good.
It's better than I imagined. A full house.
Yay!
All your corrections.
Natsuko!
Whoa. Ugh. Oh, okay.
Natsuko,
Oh,
fates must be drawn.
now? What's she gonna draw? Is she gonna fuck this one up? I don't know.
All right.
Feels like she could be overconfident in here.
Miss Natsuko!
Hold tight, guys.
Yeah, maybe.
I got this. It'll be fine. I can do it all myself.
Yeah,
It'll be
she's getting
faster.
overconfident now.
Just like it always
It'll
is.
be faster that way. Oh, I see what they're doing. It took me a while to see what character arc they're setting up. At the start, they showed she gets to the point where she only believes in herself, and it holds everyone else back. I love this music. This is so good. What'd she make? Oh, like a samurai dude? Oh, we might see her lose for the first time.
She got him.
I mean, yeah, if you could just take them out just by slashing them, then you could have just had Luke do that.
That sequence was short. Additional animation required.
Oh my gosh. First time she's had to get back to the desk. Oh my gosh. She might be out for a long time.
It's always faster.
She might be out for like 3 weeks. Oh, god damn. Does anything particular happen when a person dies? You can't do it all.
Go!
Oh my god! Whoa, really? That's the end of the episode? God damn. Okay, now we're getting to the part where they start changing things up. I liked, like, when this episode at the start, they were showing, like, a montage of her saving the day with a bunch of different things. I was like, okay, now we're starting to see where they start to change it up. And this is an appropriate time to change it up. Because they had to at some point, right? They couldn't just do that same... Like, if this was a series that was going to have, like, 3 or 4 seasons of, like, story, and it was, like, a weekly manga thing, like, I could see them not changing it up anytime soon. But since this is, like, clearly intended, I think, to be a 1-season kind of show, they need to, at this point in the show, start giving us, like, something else that progresses the story. And so yeah, this makes sense. And I thought it took me a little bit too long to realize what they were doing with the character. Like, for someone, I would say I'm pretty media savvy. I can often see, like, I don't always point them out, but I can often see the, you know, the tropes that they're putting into place, the character arcs that they're setting up and stuff. I try not to, to peer too much behind the scenes at what they're setting up when I can, and just like let myself be absorbed within the story at the present time. But generally, like, you know, when you start with certain scenes, I'm like, okay, what they're gonna do is they're gonna have that character arc develop into that and that do that. But in this episode, I will say, like, they started with showing us how she, you know, when she's making a story, or when she's, you know, drawing the storyboards or whatever, people are coming up to her and saying, like, hey, look, we're behind deadline, we need something, and we can get help, so let's just get some help for us. And then she says, like, no, I'm gonna do it all myself, it'll be faster that way. And I saw that scene, and all I thought was, like, was that it was showing, one, that Natsuko, when she's under stress, is, you know, harsher. And so it's good now that she's not as, like, I thought it was kind of showing that she's not as much, under as much stress now in this world. And two, just giving us, like, a reminder at what the the concept of the series is, you know, like why she needs to get back, or like what she's gonna need to do if she gets back to the real world. That's kind of what I was thinking they were doing with that scene, and then I just kind of forgot about it. And then we were doing the whole like her with a big head, and I wasn't tying those two things together yet, and it took me until, and I mean, I guess that, like, this, you know, this is the intention anyway, but it took me until that final scene where she stands and where she like walks up and she goes like, hey, I'll just do it myself, it'll be faster that way. And I went, oh, of course I see what they're doing. So they're showing that this is like the kind of person that Natsuko is. She will get so caught up, like once she starts to trust in her own abilities properly, she then stops trusting in other people's, and she just like continuously thinks like, okay, well, no, I need to get this done in this certain way or whatever. I feel like this is also like an artist trait that I see quite a lot portrayed in media. And I've seen it sometimes with artists in real life, but not as much. Where it's like artists tend to have a certain vision in their head. I mean, this is kind of artists of all, like, I mean, this is giving the example of visual artists, but like, I think artists of all kinds tend to like get a vision in their head, and then they have a way that they want to do things. And the tough thing about working with other people is trying to like match up with them and match up with the way that like you want to do things in the way that they want to do things. And so sometimes artists can just like, when they're trying to work with other people, ignore those people and just be like, okay, well, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to just do it the way that I want to do it. Doesn't matter what they think. And then after a while, it's like the expectations are so different from one another that the artist is like, you know what? I'll just do everything. Like, if I do everything, it's going to be so much easier than us having to work together and do all of that. And that's what they kind of think. And then they burn themselves out. And and maybe the work isn't as good, you know? Whereas if they just, like, the artist just focuses on what they can do. Like, the artist just goes, like, this is my job in this, and I'll leave the other job to the person whose job that is. And then this is going to be smoother. So it's like in this situation, or in the storyboard situation, maybe Natsuko's okay with hiring some writers, you know, or at least writers to come in and assist with the script. Like even if they come in and they like, she does the main script stuff, but they're there to go like, okay, well, here's the reason this might not work, or they like bounce ideas off of her or whatever, you know, things that can inspire her, things that can help her out. Even if she wants like final approval over everything, at least that'll start getting stuff done. That'll start getting stuff moving. You know, and then also like getting other artists around to help with stuff, doing all that. But it's like she just sees the expectations, I think, that like this is a Natsuko Hirose production and everyone's looking forward to her shit. And so she's like, no, so I'll just do it all. I'll just do the whole thing, which is crazy. So yeah, I now see, you know, that they set that up to be like, now that she's more comfortable in this world and she's starting to do things successfully, she's falling back into that old pattern, and now it's kind of screwing with other people. So this is good because it's showing like the destructive nature of her personality. Natsuko is far from perfect, and I think that's just a cool thing to show, and it's a good place to take this character because she's going to be humbled a little bit. I just want to like say for this series, this dub is so good. This English dub is so good that I do not think I could do this show any other way now. Like a lot of the time when I'm watching a dub, I might go like, well, this is really good, and I can't wait to see how the Japanese does it or whatever. But honestly, this to me feels so natural that like I don't need to see any other interpretations of it. Like, I'm really, really impressed with the way that this series has done it. Because I'm doing a lot of dubs on this channel right now, right? And it's like, some of the other dubs I'm doing, I still also really, really love them. And I don't think I'm doing a single dub in this show that I don't like. But you know, like, if I'm just looking at the other dubs that I'm doing, stuff like Sakamoto Days, I'm like, I'm like, oh, this is a really good dub and it's really fun to watch. I'm also excited to see how the Japanese version does it, you know? And yeah, same with what was the other one? Like Gurren Lagann and stuff, you know? When I'm watching Gurren Lagann, sometimes I'm like, yeah, I want to check out how the Japanese version does this. But this show, I'm just so satisfied with with the way that this show is doing it, because like, especially with Natsuko, I think Natsuko is the absolute crazy standout. The voice actress for Natsuko, which, why can't I remember off the top of my head? I feel like I have already looked this up, and 2 definitely know her, but I can't remember right now off the top of my head, so I'm just gonna quickly go to the page. I didn't know this. It's Maddie Morris. I guess I didn't look this up. Maddie Morris plays Natsuko Hirose. No wonder she's so fucking good. Hang on, there's no way. Is that true? Wow. Okay, well, fucking never mind. Of course she's so good then. Is she writing the dub then? Because the Maddie Morris is also a very good writer. ZENSHU dub cast and crew. Let me just see if we have a writer in their cast. I mean, in their crew. Let's see. Directed by Emily Fajardo. Cool. No, she's not writing it this time. Okay. Well, still, that's fucking wild to me. That's crazy that she's the one doing the dub. The reason that's crazy to me is because I know Maddie Morris quite well. I don't know her personally. I know her work quite well. I follow her on lots of social media. I like to follow a lot of the things she's doing, and I've liked her for a while. I think the time where I like really found out who she was when she was playing Miko Ino on Kaguya-sama, and Miko Ino is my favorite character in Kaguya-sama. And she was just like the perfect voice for her. And then like once I started following her on social media and stuff, I would see her talk about like writing stuff. Like she, I believe, writes the Mushoku Tensei dub and stuff. And she's like a big Mushoku Tensei fan and really knows a lot about it and takes the dub very seriously. I've always really liked her vibe and everything she does. She also plays Rudy in Mushoku Tensei. So like I like really like her voice, and I really like her way of doing things, and she's a good dub writer. And I think it makes a lot of sense now that it's her, because like not only is the voice acting for Natsuko very good, but also it's like she's delivering sort of slang very naturally. And I think, you know, a big part of that is she also tends to like write dubs and stuff. She knows what this dialogue is supposed to sound like, and so she's doing it perfectly. I'm very happy and impressed by that. That makes me like this dub even more, knowing that that's Maddie Morris, because she's doing such a great job. So yeah, just like some of the lines that she's been saying. I mean, in this episode, she said like my dogs are barking line. When she was saying like, oh, when did I get so peak or something like that is so good. And then there was also the one where she's like talking to Justice, and she's like kind of not really flirting with him, but just like very flatly telling him that he's hot, but also like going like, yeah, what? I said you're hot? Get over it. Like I just really love all of those lines. I think they're all so great, so well written, and just funny, just really funny in the moment. But yeah, no, I enjoyed this episode quite a bit. It was really good, and I think, yeah, this was to me, this episode was for some reason like the peak of the dub. I just feel like it worked really, really nicely, and I can't wait to see more. So that is ZENSHU episode 5. Thank you for joining me. Make sure to support the video if you can, liking the video, commenting down below, and subscribing to the channel. And go to my Patreon account if you want the full-length reaction, early access, and exclusive videos. I will see you next time. Goodbye.